Hello, I'm Test Drive, and welcome back to more Forza Motorsport on the original Xbox. And in this video, we are going to finish up, I think, our last level 20 event under Professional. And it will be, all the way over here, the Medium Power Open, which, yes, is the final level 20 event here. Open to production cars having less than 400 horsepower or 299 kilowatts. First place receives the Mitsubishi Sparco Lancer Evo 8. That's fun. And we're finally out of the low power opens because we did two different low power opens. One was 200 and I guess the other one was 300. Now we get to do medium power. Yippee. Oh lord, we are racing against up to A2 class cars and a Mustang Cobra R as the lone B class car. Interesting. All right, so we have to have less than 400 horsepower, which of course my Celica does, but I want to buy something. So a quick note here. As you'll see in the next few minutes of this video, things didn't exactly go well. So I'm going to include the upgrading portions of this car as well as possibly another car to the end of the video. If you want to see them, they will be timestamped both on the video playhead and also in the description. Enjoy my suffering. And we will go ahead and back all the way out and get started on our final professional event of level 20. Medium Power Open, of course, all of that has already been read. There's all of our opponents once again. Honestly, the TVR Tuscan and probably the 911 GT3 are the scariest vehicles in this. And yeah, it has to be not R class. So that is something I did remember correctly. All right, let's see how this goes. Where are we going? We're going to Road Atlanta Long, Sunset Peninsula Infield, Blue Mountains, yeah, just regular Blue Mountains, Silverstone Long, and a Test Track Infield 2, which I feel like I'm going to have a massive disadvantage on compared to some of the other cars. Well, let's just start out with Road Atlanta for 4 laps. Okay, so I'm starting actually ahead of most of the AI except for the Corvette C6, which is an interesting one to start in front of me. Let's see how this goes. Oh, this car sounds pretty good. Hold on. All right, let's go. Well, already I'm being out accelerated. Oh God, I do wish we could have put like a supercharger on in this or something, but understandably, we were not able to. I saw what was happening and I couldn't really do much about it, so I just let it happen. It actually has a lot of understeer. Also, the Corvette got in having exactly 400 horsepower, but I tried to get into another one of these events with a car that had the exact amount of power and I failed. I guess it was the 01 Audi S4. Yeah, it didn't let me in because I had right at the power that was limited to. Well, I definitely have a power disadvantage, which is incredibly unfortunate. Actually, you know what? We're changing things again. Hold on. And let's try out Road Atlanta once again, because I could tell that, like, I probably could have won at this track still. I probably would have had to restart, but I probably could have won. But I feel like other tracks, and especially Sunset Peninsula Infield, would have been very bad, and now I'm starting in front. All right. No, stay away, you fiends. Well, I'm still getting out accelerated by the Corvette at least. But I can do that. Yeah, this car does not handle well, by the way. It just doesn't. It understeers really badly for the exhaust and engine note changes and the upgrades. I wonder if it's like the 2 highest upgrades. Oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm scared. Later, losers, I guess? Don't hit me. Oh my God, you almost hit me. Okay. Just completely overshot getting back on the track. Nice. But yeah, it understeers, and then as soon as you give it gas, it just oversteers. It's not even really oversteer, it's just like the entire car shifts. It's still understeering, but then you're also adding oversteer to the mix. I'm surprised that they accelerate so much faster than I do. And I wonder, I think the car is probably limited by aero. For top speed. That's why it tops out at like 168 or whatever. Hello, TVR. Thank you for that. I need to go. I need to leave. And I've lost my first place, which is not good. Yeah, I can still catch up at least. They just really demolished me on the straightaway, unfortunately. Hello, Corvette. Thank you for being just enough out of the way. Oh, here comes the GTO. That's interesting. How about you don't pass me? Okay, or you're just gonna do it anyways. Oh, there goes the 288 GTO. Goodbye. Oh my god, please. Oh, this sucks. This sucks a lot. Well, that wasn't good. Every other car out-accelerates me, by the way. This is very not good, because now the Corvette is very far ahead. Cool, I was not expecting to get punted there, of all places. I might actually have to change my setup again. I need better handling. All right, we're trying again. I want to use this car, damn it. Okay, let's see how I do with shorter gears now. Well, maybe slightly better. Ooh, I don't know if the higher tire pressure actually helped or not. That was still a lot of understeer. Well, it's not much better. Things are not looking much better. Thank you. Thank me for having a heavy-ass car, honestly. Thank you for having a lighter car. We got shenanigans happening, by the way. I could probably make the gears even shorter, to be honest. Oh, thank you. Okay, the 360 or the 355 is way off. There's a lot going on back there. I think if this car is going to win this is going to be its best form to do it in. Well, the bad news is that the Ferrari 360 is directly on my ass again. Hey, buddy. I see that you're way faster than me. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right, which side are you going to? You're going to go to the right? You're going to go to the left? You're going to the left. Okay. Get the hell out of here. No, get the hell out of here. Oh, I hit the rev limiter? That's what gave me damage? Are you kidding me? I don't think putting the braking bias more towards the front helped me either. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't change it that much, but I definitely changed it, and I definitely feel it. I don't know, this car isn't very good. I'm gonna be honest. Which is unfortunate, because I kind of figured or hoped with, you know, more power and really good handling upgrades, this car would be okay. And I mean, it's, I don't know, maybe I can call it okay, I guess. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Later, losers. Or a loser. Hello, Ferrari. This is so fucking stupid. Get the hell out of here. And stay out of here. God, yeah, if I'm having to fight for my life like this on this track, we might have to figure out a plan B of some sort. Well, it's not quite a Volkswagen Beetle situation whenever I use that car, but it's not incredibly far off. If I feel like I need to switch cars for certain races, I can figure it out. Please, at least let me win this one race with this car, is all I beg of you. I don't wanna, you know, I don't wanna struggle anymore. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking destroyed, hold on. Hello, sticky grass. Oh, there go the AI. I don't think the SC430 is going to be the car I can use for this. Let's have a look through the cars that I have, I guess. The Mustang could actually be pretty good. This thing could actually be extremely good. And probably either of these would also be really good. Should I use another MR2? You know what? Let's use this. Why not? We'll use the VIS Racing MR2 Turbo T-Bar. I guess I can try. I don't know. What other tracks are we going to? There was no way in hell that the SC430 would be able to win on... Well, Road Atlanta was obviously a bust. Sunset Peninsula Infield would probably be a bust. So would Blue Mountains. Honestly, I couldn't see it winning on any of these tracks if I can't win on Road Atlanta. So car number 2 of the video. Let's see if it has what it takes. This actually does work for being a car that... I don't think this car ever came back in a Forza game. The Tom's MRS did, but I don't think any of the other modified MR2s did. All right, let's try this again. let's go back to Road Atlanta and see what happens. And if you don't know, the reason I think this is funny is because, if we're starting first, by the way, I didn't tune the car at all, but that's fine. But it's funny because whenever I was struggling with the Volkswagen Beetle in whatever episode that was, I think it was a C-Class event that I tried to do with it, I swapped to, god damn it, I swapped to the Border MR2 to do the races that I couldn't do with the Beetle. I'm tuning this, by the way. We're taking multiple L's. Unfortunately, my winning percentage will never recover from this. All right, we go in again. Okay, we are still starting in front, which is good. Okay, I can actually launch pretty good with this car. So far, it doesn't handle incredibly well. I'm gonna be honest with you. It does get a lot of... That is not where the track goes. That is a road you're not supposed to use. What the hell? The turbo is so fucking loud on this car. Yeah, we're struggling with this still, unfortunately. Hi, Corvette. Yeah, you can go to the inside. Sure, go ahead, bud. Later, losers. Oh my god, the 360 just T-boned the C6. Yeah, I'm not particularly impressed with this car. I thought it would be pretty good. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I think this car's gears are actually too long still. Somehow, this car still has too long of gears. Well, goodbye to first place, I guess. Because I don't think I'm gonna get my first place back. I think I've picked a really shitty car and then a somewhat shitty car. Well, if that wouldn't have fucking yoinked me to the left, we probably could have had it. This looks good. Wow, no damage. It's crazy. You know, we're switching cars one more time, and we are going to use the Corvette C6. Because it is the fastest of the AI cars, so I'm hoping if I put handling upgrades on it, I'll be able to win. I guess we'll find out. I probably wasn't going to use this car in any other way, so fuck it, we ball, I guess. Oh, this car actually doesn't have wider tires either. Actually, I wonder if weight reduction is probably the better way to go. All right, let's put all these upgrades on it again. I'm about to be under 1,000,000 credits again. I don't think I'm actually going to be, but I'm close. All right, we have a Corvette. We'll try again, I guess. And I will tune it also. And I'm not touching any of that. I'm just going to lower the ride height. And we are going to do the braking. I'm not touching anything else. All right, is the third time the charm for picking a car that actually works for this? Let's find out. If this works out, I'm probably just going to throw like all of the footage of upgrading buying and upgrading the SC430 and then upgrading the MR2 at the end of this video. So that way it's not like you don't have to wait 10 years through failed, you know, whatever the fuck. I am starting in front, which is good. All right, well, I already have an acceleration advantage, which is a good start. That was something I did not have before at all, in the slightest. Yeah, I think this car is going to win this very easily now. I just managed to build 2 cars that were not good for this specific event. I may be able to use them at some point in the future again with something else, but for now, for this, for A-Class, both of those cars kind of stink, unfortunately. I may not even use the VIS MR2 just because I've already used multiple SW20 MR2s. I think actually 3 out of the 4, because that would be the 4th one. Yeah, we'll leave it to rest in the garage with some upgrades, I guess. And we'll just do this with this Corvette real quick, because I'm fucking tired of failing. They still aren't that far behind, but they're far enough behind where I'm not worried at all. Okay, lap 2. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do in the slightest. The other C6 is pulling ahead of all the other AI. Probably could have made this an interesting color, but oh well. Maybe I'll do it real quick between races or something. Yeah, I think we will be perfectly fine. I would hope so. Considering, again, the other C6 seems to be the consistently best AI car, and this has upgrades to it. Like, I could see the SC430 maybe being good for something in, like, C-Class. But that's pretty much all I can see for it. We can still see if I can figure out a way to use it in the future at some point, but it's definitely not being used now. Unfortunately, I'm running out of opportunities to just use whatever the hell. Because we're pretty well moved up in the entire career situation. We're past most of the, Actually, we're over halfway through the events. And most of what's left is, like, class-specific stuff. And, like, higher class stuff at that. Minus the endurance races, of course. I mean, I wonder, I don't think it is, but I could wonder, I guess, if this is a race that has weird, like, somewhat broken AI, as I've experienced in the past, where the AI are, like, way faster than they should be. I don't know if it is. It doesn't really feel like it, considering I'm winning super easily with this car. Yeah, I don't think it is, but I'm 100% assuming that both of my car choices just sucked. At least for this level. Like, high A class. But now we're chilling, thankfully. Yeah, we are very much chilling. And as I've said, I probably wasn't going to use this car for anything else specifically, so I think there's another Corvette thing, but I'll probably end up, spoiler alert, using the fucking Lingenfelter for that, just because. Because I think it'll work. Or, no, it's like Corvette versus Viper, I think. Or maybe I'll just use a Viper. I probably actually will, honestly, because I have not used a Viper yet in this entire playthrough. Unless I did in arcade mode. I don't remember. Or the time trials, I guess. Whatever, that kind of goes with arcade mode. Kind of. I feel like it could have been very fitting to use the Subaru Spec C that I was looking at in my garage earlier, because we're getting another A-class modified Japanese car. But whatever, I don't care. We're using Corvette. It is Corvette time. This car was specific to this game too. The base model C6 Corvette was only ever in this game. The closest we got after this was like the Grand Sport convertible in Horizon 1, of all things. I've won. I've made it past one race. Wow, the Ferrari GTO, way better best lap than the other C6. I think it might be one of actually the fastest cars, but it's like, it starts farther behind or something. Now we're waiting on something. The Mustang? Yeah, it has to be the Mustang. 139,666. Very nice best lap for the Mustang. And we do get 38,399 credits for that. I might even make back all of the money I've spent on this, honestly. I guess we'll see. And we will, let's see. We are not going to level up, right? It'll be close no matter what. Yeah, really unfortunate that my car choices didn't work out. Maybe I'll use them for something silly. I still have one more idea for a bonus video for this game that I'll probably do somewhere around like the 75% completion mark. I think there's only one more thing I really want to do, minus maybe fucking around with multiplayer at some point, but that'll probably be afterwards. 2.62 million credits, by the way. But yeah, I do plan to do one more bonus video of like technically single player content in this game at some point. Like I said, 75% of the way through the career is probably when I'll start thinking about that more seriously. And there we go, 12th place on the leaderboards. I think I'm in the only C6 Corvette, probably because you can't upgrade the power at all. There's a CRX above me. You know what? At this point, I'm not surprised in the slightest. And I will back out, because I do want to change the color of the car, and I think I actually know what color I want to use for it. Because there is a really good... Oh, actually, that's almost like it, but didn't I use this on something else? But there's like a really good metallic orange that these Corvettes came in. Because these are all like the more special looking colors down at the bottom here, I think. Yeah, we'll go with this, I guess. It isn't very vibrant, but it works. And I definitely used this on some other car. I don't remember what car it was, though. Anyways, let's stop dicking around. And we only have 5 races on this. I guess we've had 5 races in every professional event still. And we move on to the next race at Sunset Peninsula Infield for 4 laps. Let's just get into it. I'm not even going to try the other cars. Especially considering this track is a lot of speed and acceleration because of the, you know, whole half an oval thing. And both the other cars were really bad in that aspect. Even though the AI is not great here, I still think I would have absolutely lost with the other cars. And yeah, the Ferrari GTO does start in last, which is strange, but whatever, I guess. It doesn't bother me too much. I guess I didn't get damage in the previous race either, even though I hit my rev limiter a couple times. Yeah, because AI, like, turn 1, they just super slow down for some reason. Especially on the first lap here. Well, let's just get this done and get me the hell out of this event finally. The event really isn't bad. It's just I happened to choose 2 terrible cars. Or 2 cars that were just not good enough. And I know there might be somebody out there thinking like, why didn't you go higher class? You could have went higher with both of them. Like I probably could have made an S class with both of them. In case you haven't seen any of my other videos of this game and somehow you're still watching this one up to this point, I am running this game with a couple of challenges. One of them, of course, being everything is being done on hard difficulty. And also, I have made a secondary rule for myself where I will not surpass the class or PI or subclass, I guess it is, of the AI cars. So, yeah, A2 was the highest I was ever going to go in this. And the only time I've had to break that rule was for an event. I think it was a Mustang, actually the Mustang event in the game, where I only had 1 Mustang unlocked, and it was the 70 Boss 429, and it just wasn't good enough at, I think it was A4 class, I guess it was. I had to upgrade it to like A1 class to be able to win, but I didn't have any other Mustangs unlocked, so it was my only choice. If I have other choices of cars, I will switch cars and try with a different car, like I have with this event. It's just a way to, I don't know, play through the game and keep things somewhat more interesting than like the last time I played through this game, which I did not care about either of those things at all. I was on medium or easy difficulty most of the time, and also, I just use cars upgraded to however high I wanted to upgrade them to. At least I did still manage to use a different car in every video in that playthrough as well. That is one thing I also like to do. I don't like to reuse cars at all. Unless it's like a different version of a same car, like the MR2s I was talking about. The fact that there's 4 SW20 MR2s. And I've technically used all of them. But yeah, I think it's kept the playthrough at least somewhat more interesting than just, like I said, doing it the more boring way of just absolutely demolishing the AI in various different ways. So I do actually have to strategize and think a little bit instead of just not thinking and throwing on every upgrade. Plus, I also think my skill level is high enough to where I can do this. And I'm to the point where it's like, if I can't win with that SC430 without having something bad happen, like RNG-wise, of other cars crashing into me usually, probably not many people that can in the same situation. Like, I could play super dirty with the AI, but I don't want to do that either. So I am perfectly happy with my choices I made with how to play through this game still. It would have been boring as hell to do it any other way. For me, at least. I would have had way less interest in actually playing the game. And on to the final lap, here we go. And also, speaking of that, I would like to do the same thing eventually someday for Forza Motorsport 2. And I will probably also keep the rule intact whenever I do eventually someday play Forza Motorsport 3 and 4, because I don't think either of those games will upgrade to match you, but they're much more stringent on like the classing of cars for difficulty-wise. Like, there's a difficulty option where the AI will, or you're stuck to a certain class, and the AI will upgrade their cars to like the highest point of that class, basically. I don't remember if that was added in Forza 3 or 4. I think it was 3. But yeah, it's just a much more interesting way of doing it. Of course, with games like Horizon 2 and on, you just kind of do whatever the fuck you want, and then the AI just kind of matches you, which is not my preferred way to do it. Because, like, then, especially with the playthrough that I'm currently also doing of Horizon 2 on the 360, which this is more of a general issue rather than a Forza Horizon 2 on the 360 issue, which there's a lot of. That's where they kind of started it, or at least, like, maybe Forza Motorsport 5, they started it. But that's where it started with just the AI cars just matching whatever you do. And I find that personally very boring. And that's why I kind of usually just stick to a, like, class, and I just upgrade the car to that, and then I just let the AI do whatever still. But I still, like, try to put my brain power into upgrading the car to that class specifically. Now we wait for the Mustang. There it is. All right. We are making our way through this, thankfully. No damage. So yeah, I guess there was no damage on the car in the first race either, which is nice. And yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm gonna level up in this video. I think it'll be the next video for sure that I will be leveling up. I might be wrong though. I'm really bad at math, so you know what they say, the odds were or what was it? Is it the odds were calculated, but I'm really bad at math or something? That's me. In a nutshell, basically. because we have 3 races left. 40k per race is 120. Yeah, we're going to be just under. Or no. It's only 100,000. So yeah, I actually should level up in this video. Never mind. I've learned how to math a little bit, I think. Yeah, because I'll get just under 40k per race, and I have 3 races left. So yeah, it'll be like 110k at least. And I'm literally like almost exactly 100,000 credits away from leveling up. All right, 13th place on that race. Bunch of the Subaru STI Spec Cs up top, I see you. Mugen Integra. This person really likes using this. I've seen it in other races, and they're always very high in the leaderboards too. I am impressed, but it appears that maybe the F355 could also be a very good car, judging by what I'm seeing there. All right, let's move on to Blue Mountains Raceway. 3 laps, 18,000 credits again. All right, of course, starting on top once again, as I pretty much always do. Well, sometimes I don't. All right, y'all stay behind me. Nope, we have lots of contact. I heard that. It was just crunch, 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 crunch. It happens. The AI are they're a little stupid in this game. And by a little, I mean quite a bit. These are far from the best AI, even of this generation. The bar wasn't that high, but they definitely missed it still. I don't think there's... I mean... I don't know, I feel like the... Oh god, what is it called? The balancing of like cars and their upgrades and stuff in this game is a bigger mess than the AI, and a bigger reason why you'll lose things. Lose races. I feel like that at least. And speaking of losing races, I am not really ahead. I mean, I am, but barely. Blue Mountains tends to give me trouble, so I'm not too surprised about this. Again, upgraded car, by the way, versus the unupgraded version of the same car. I can't say that my driving has been perfect, but I feel like it's good enough to at least take advantage of the better stats my car has from being upgraded. Okay. Go! I should have... Do I have an acceleration advantage? Did I do weight reduction? I think I did. Whoa! Uh-oh. Goofed that a little bit. It's fine. I got further ahead because I basically just cut the corner. Because there's no sticky grass there. Which is honestly, I can't complain too much because usually it's an honest mistake whenever I miss that. I'm just not good at this track, to be honest with you. We'll take it. We take those. I'll try to do better on this lap and the next lap. Oh, there's the rev limiter again. For some reason, it's really easy to hit the rev limiter in this car. Don't know why that is, though. Is that contact? What was that? Sounded like some car slamming into a wall or something, but none of the cars were close enough to me for me to hear it that well. Was it a glitch? I don't know. Oh, here they are again, up my ass. At the same spot, basically. That's the 360. I was like, what am I hearing behind the Corvette? I forgot what the second best car of this is. Second best AI car to specify. Please don't hurt me. God, they're still running into each other. The AI in this game really are something else. As I said, they're far from what I would consider good. They're maybe good enough, but like that's good enough for racing game AI is like a very, very low bar once again. At least there's no rubber banding. If there was rubber banding like in Need for Speed Underground, the Undergrounds and Most Wanted, I would be furious about the AI in this game. Because I fucking hate rubber banding. But it keeps the races engaging. Yeah, it's fucking annoying. Because the AI just isn't good enough to just keep up with you, so they have to like make them dummy fast if they fall too far behind. Make better AI instead of making rubber banding. Or balance the upgrades or the whatever other cars are in the race better. I don't think I'll ever enjoy rubber banding in a video game. That's why I'm very happy that Carbon has it very toned down compared to the 3 prior games, because it is real bad in those. Particularly Most Wanted on the 360 is extremely bad. I don't know why it's bad specifically on the 360, but it is. And the other platforms, it's not good. But it's not as bad. Can y'all go away? Why do you have to be up here? Can you go away? Alright. I actually had a pretty good lap here. Even though the AI still managed to catch up to me pretty quickly and pretty easily. But I don't think that's my fault, unfortunately. I can't really do much about that. Whoa! Somehow that worked. I don't know how. Alright, anyways, we're done here. Good lap. 209.575 for my best lap. Impressively, nobody beat me on that. I was expecting... Never mind! The Ferrari GTO ran a 206, 3 seconds faster than I ran. Jesus Christ. And we are done with this race. We got 2 more races left, I think. Another 38,399 credits. And yeah, we should have... I think it's Silverstone, and then... I don't remember what the other one is. Oh, it's fucking Test Track, isn't it? Ugh. Yikes. As I've mentioned before, I like the smaller Test Track like layouts that are in Forza Motorsport 2. I don't like the full track all at once. Which unfortunately this game only has the full track. It doesn't... Well, it has a drag track that's in the middle of Test Track, but yeah, I'll definitely level up. Cool. I am excited to see what I get for level 35. Alright, there we go. 3 out of 5 done. 12th place once again. I'm staying right around the same spot on the leaderboards. Lancia Stratos just behind me. Not what I expected to see. Spirit R is interesting. Once again, the Mugen Integra way up top. I forgot, the Pagani Zonda has under 400 horsepower stock, like just barely. Anyways, let's move on. Oh god, Silverstone. 3 laps at Silverstone full. Okay, let's do another one. At Silverstone again. Pretty sure I came here last episode. Once again, still not a Silverstone enjoyer. Not a rubber banding enjoyer, not a Silverstone enjoyer. There are things I actually dislike, believe it or not. I may like a lot of things in a lot of different games, but those 2 things, they're just not for me. Like, my overall opinion on this entire game is still very positive. No matter what you hear me say or what kind of negative things I might mention. Still a very good game. There's a reason that it's a huge franchise that may be dying/dead, but you know. Could y'all go away? Once again, maybe, you know what? Maybe the AI are broken in this event. Maybe I was right about that. Maybe my vibes were correct. I'm feeling like I could be a lot more sure about the AI being a little busted considering on now 3 of the 5 races, they are up my ass. Or no, not 3 out of the 5. They weren't really up my ass in Road Atlanta with this car. Yeah, we'll go with 2 out of the 5 races. And I did put upgrades on my car for a reason, and I'm glad I did. There was no way in hell I was not going to upgrade this car from A3 to A2. And of course get all of the non-class affecting upgrades. Because this game basically literally takes tire grip, the weight of the car, and the amount of power as the only ways that affect the classing of the cars. Can I fucking help you? Get out of here. But yeah, this game, that's why the classing system is pretty busted, because it doesn't factor in, like, the gearing or, you know, the suspension or anything like that. Like, all of those upgrades will never change the classes of cars. Changing the hood on the car will change the class in this game, but suspension? No. Transmission? No. Clutch? No. This Ferrari is really, really just here. Not a fan of it, honestly. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. I don't know how Test Track is going to go either. Hopefully, as long as I can get ahead, and well, as long as I could stay ahead on Test Track, I should theoretically probably be fine. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Dickhead. I'm not coming in second. I am making sure that that does not happen. Well, maybe I am just gonna come in second, actually. You know, saying about cars being unbalanced and also the AI being a bit broken. We're experiencing both of those in this, I think. Yeah, there's no way I'm catching up. Why is it always fucking Silverstone? I have to restart. Ah! Anyways. I can have a crisis once this video is done. I'm done recording this video. I need to finish this. I need to go home. Yeah, other Corvette, keep the 360 at bay. And I'll just fuck everything up because I'm looking backwards. This has been, I wouldn't say a roller coaster because it's not, like, things haven't particularly went well at any time, minus, like, I won at Road Atlanta moderately easily, and also Sunset Peninsula Infield. But it's not really been up and down, it's more so been, like, down, then kind of flatline, then down, then maybe a little bit more flatline, but then very, very down. Like, this is probably some of the worst I've actually seen of both the AI and the car class thing. The car, what did I just call it? I just had a name for it. Balancing. Yeah, this is probably the worst I've seen of it in the entire game so far. I've seen a lot of both of them, but never really together too much. Usually it's just like something weird and it doesn't make sense. So anyways, here we are again on Silverstone. And I'm kind of scared about the next video. It's very, very scary what we're going to be doing. You'll see it whenever we get there. Whenever I upload it. But it is, a very similar event to something we've done in the past. And I don't know if I have another car I can use easily for it, other than the one I've already used. We'll figure it out when we get there. I still need to finish this before I truly worry about that. Well, the Corvette is still in second, which is actually good because it is keeping the 360 behind. I think the 360 might actually just be the problem. It didn't really change with the track. It's just the fact that the 360 was able to get past the Corvette. I think. It feels like it, at least. It might still be part of the track, though. And the AI in the whole event. I just want to get out of here. I just want to leave the UK, please. I don't want to be here anymore. Where's my America at? That's the question. Is Test Track in America? I think it is. Because I think Forza Motorsport 2 actually has, like, little things that denote, like, the country that, country that tracks are in, I think. And I'm pretty sure Test Track is in America. And it is the same layout, like the main track. They just added, like, multiple smaller layouts within it. You know, it's lore. They added those. You know, it was under construction, obviously. I want to go home. Not to say America's good or anything, but it is home, unfortunately. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. I would also take Canada, which would be a lot better. But we don't have Canadian tracks. Really in general. Except for, like, what is it, F1 race in Montreal, I think? There might be another Canadian track that's, like, somewhat used and popular, but I actually don't know. I don't keep up with enough, like, racing series. I just remember people going to the F1 Grand Prix at Montreal before. That is assuming, of course, that it still goes on there. I think it does, but I don't know. Not like I've really heard anything about it in a long time. We have the 360 behind me. Thankfully, we're almost at the end of the race, so I don't think I'm gonna have to worry. Guess we'll find out in a minute, though. This was like one of the longer races in this, too. Okay, we're chilling. We're keeping it together. Oh, God. Okay, we have finally won this race. 2 whole attempts, basically, at Silverstone. Way more than I ever cared to do. The 360 ran a 1.1 second better lap than I ran. The GTO was actually pretty far behind, but just barely was behind me on the best lap. And then the 911 GT3 beat me on a best lap. Interesting. All right, let's get our money. Oh yeah, I damaged my car previously. I restarted. That's why there's no repair damage now. Cool. Only one more race until I get to level up. Yippee. What a great, honestly great way to end this video. Better than just completing all the races and... I mean, the Sparkle Lancer is pretty cool. I will admit, it is a pretty cool car. Yeah, we're... As of basically right now, we are for sure going to level up after the next race. As long as I don't get damage, which on fucking Test Track is unfortunately incredibly possible. Alright, 2.737 million credits. Get me out of this recording session. Alright, I came in 10th place on the leaderboards there. That's shockingly higher than I have been. The CRX is in 3rd place. It's insane that the CRX is still... It's a meta car, apparently. Alright, 2 laps on Test Track Infield 2, which of course is the reverse version. That's what 2 denotes, believe it or not. Let's get this done. I also very much don't think I'm going to have my money back that I spent in this video. Not after this set of races, at least. Maybe after the next ones? Alright, let's get into this and see how many times I just get ran into, because I feel like it's incredibly possible. Here's a drag strip. It's just not being used as a drag strip at the moment. Please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me. Okay. And theoretically, as long as the other Corvette stays in second, the 360 might not cause any problems. Because I think the 360 just has a handling up advantage. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. Have I done this track reversed in career mode? I don't know. I know I've done it at least, what, twice now, I think? Other than this time. This is the third time, I think, in career, specifically. I know I raced on it reversed in arcade mode. But I'm lost, honestly. I'm just going to take it easy and be careful as much as I can, while also making sure I still stay in first and block the AI. Kind of important. And I was not joking. I do expect them to absolutely just punt me in one of these corners. At least one, if not like 5. Hey, car behind plus 0.04 or plus 0.426. Hello. That was a really bad attempt at blocking that Corvette. I completely fucked that up. 100%. That actually scared me. I nearly shit myself. Well, the Corvette is not in second anymore. Well, my Corvette is. The other Corvette will not be, though, unfortunately. What if I just push you? Okay, that isn't going to work. I was hoping I could, like, nudge the Ferrari just to, like, nose up into the wall. Just get stuck there. Well, we have quite a bit of damage, and I mean it when I say quite a bit. We have transmission, differential, or no, it's not transmission. It should be transmission because this car does have a, oh god, I went too fast. This car has a transaxle in the back, fun fact. Same with C4 or C5 Corvettes. I think everything from C5 and newer has a transaxle instead of a transmission. We have torque tubes. But yeah, I can't tell if the brakes are damaged. I guess, oh no, I can't look at the telemetry. There is no telemetry viewing in race in this game. You can view it in replays, but not in the race. Well, maybe the Ferrari messed up its mechanicals really badly. Maybe that's why it's further behind now. I don't know. Maybe not, because they kind of caught up a lot there. Well, until I started accelerating again. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Oh god, here we go. Little slippy slidey, don't mind me. Watch me somehow slide enough on this track to where I get a damage notification of the tires. We're not quite in long enough races for that, I think, at the moment. But if you just sit there and do burnouts all the time, it'll happen quicker. And I do keep spinning my tires when exiting turns. Yeah, I can't tell. I can just tell the temperatures. I can't tell the percentage of wear. Okay, I have limped through the first lap. Let's see how the second lap goes. I feel like also the last times I've done this track in career, it's always been like 1 lap, not 2. And I think it was also, was it 1 lap or 2 laps in arcade mode? I don't know. They really like to catch up in this first part, or keep up with me. Not a huge fan of that, to be honest with you. Not a huge fan of also messing up how I'm taking corners. It's fine, everything's fine. We live these. Okay. No, it wasn't down here that I got fucking demolished. I don't remember where it was exactly. I just did that just to make sure I got around the turn in time. Actually, it might have been there. Or maybe, no, I think it might be, no, it wasn't here. Maybe the next turn? I don't know. Or maybe here. Or maybe there. Maybe everywhere. Oh, actually, I think it was this turn up here. All right, we're gonna go slow, people. I don't want to be you little bastard. You are stupid. And I hate that about you. Oh my god, the Ferrari just ate shit. Oh, hello, other Corvette. Well, at least I'll be on the inside for this corner. Hello. Goodbye. I'm coming through. Little first gear action. Happens. Okay, well, the 360 is nowhere to be seen now. That's an upgrade. Especially because now I should be able to actually pull ahead a little bit. I didn't mess this up as bad as last time. Okay. We're chilling, kind of. At least mostly. Doing way better than my best lap. That's good, at least. Some form of upgrade. Well, you know what I was saying about getting damage? Well, we'll see if I level up after this race. I hope so. Because I need, what, like, I think I need 24k to, or like 23k to level up. I don't think I'll lose that much with the damage I have, but we'll see. I'm just going to hope for now. We are almost done here. I think I remember the track more on this lap at least, which makes sense considering I just did it for a whole lap before that. Maybe I am getting a little bit better. Maybe I am getting good. Finally, after 20-something hours of this game. 20 hours? 30? I don't know how many hours I'm in so far. It might be 30 at this point. Okay, I have somehow survived through test track on the first lap. Or on the first try. Not well, obviously, but we did survive. The 360 came in 5th overall, with a very, very bad best lap time, and everybody has better lap times than me. Maybe except for the Mustang. I beat the Mustang by a second, but I lost to other cars by 3 to 4 seconds. Yeah, we're very good. 35,305 credits. Yeah, no engine damage, even though I did hit my rev limiter a time or two. 8% on the body, 3% on the brakes, and 10% on the drive line. Interesting. Okay, let's get that level 35. 35,000 credits to hit level 35. That is very fitting that I got 35k. I'm very intrigued to see what I get. I don't know what it's going to be. As I've mentioned very many times in the past, I've never played through this game in the European, or as European nationality or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. So I'm experiencing all the level ups for the first time. And there we go, 2.772 million credits. We need to hit 3 million for our next level. We're definitely not hitting that in the next video. Veilside and AB Flug have established a relationship with Toyota Super Tuners Veilside and AB Flug. There are new cars available in the Toyota dealership. In addition, AB Flug has sent me a 1998 AB Flug S900 Super Turbo supercar. That's interesting that it calls it a supercar. Cool. That's not the 1,000 horsepower one, but it's not that far off. I think that one has 900 horsepower. And we got 2 cars after one whole race. Get to actually go through 2 car unlocks. Congratulations, I've received the Mitsubishi Sparco Lancer Evo 8. A car that features very prominently, well, this and the, I think, was it just this or the Subaru? Maybe both this and the Subaru were in like trailers and the intro video for this game. But pretty powerful car, 399 horsepower. I like that. That is very fitting for it to be 399, getting it from a set of races for being under 400 horsepower. And we also got the Toyota AB Flug S900 Supra Turbo from S2 class. That is one of the highest class cars I've gotten so far. 806 horsepower. Okay, not quite 900. Looks pretty cool though. Don't know if I've ever actually used this one. I know I've used the 1000 horsepower one before, but I don't remember using the other ones. But we will take those, and thankfully we are done with this goofy ass event. Not a huge fan of this one, gonna be honest. Far from the best event I've played in the game, but the car was pretty good that I got from it, so I'll take that, I guess. There we go, and that is the last level 20 event that I have to do in the entire professional series. I almost said the entire game. No, we have one more, because yeah, we've completed 9 out of 20 events there. We have one more level 20 event in Championship Series, but we will take care of that in the next video. And let's check out all of our garage stuff. Of course, there's the Corvette that thankfully did win us all of the races after struggling. There's all the history. And of course, the SC430, holy shit. It is worse in every way than the Corvette, but, you know, yeah, the SC430. Number of races is 3, and number of victories is 0. Damn. Well, it did actually keep the mileage I drove it. Or no, that's... What the hell? How did I get to the Audi S4? But yeah, that, and then of course the VIS Racing MR2 Turbo T-Bar, 2 attempts with that one, and they didn't go well. 6.42 miles overall driven. And finally, we have... Funny enough, these cars are actually the same class and everything. They're very similar, and they're both white and blue. So that's kind of funny. We did get Sparco Lancer Evo 8. And then, of course, way the hell up here somewhere, at the bottom of all of my S2 class cars is the AB Flug S900 Supra Turbo. And real quick here, before we look at my stats, here is all of me upgrading the fucking 2 other cars that I used and completely failed with. So enjoy that. I don't know exactly what I want to buy, but I do want to buy something. I do still also want to use cars that are like specific to this game that didn't really return in newer games. I want to make sure I use everything I can that falls under that. I guess I also didn't look at the restrictions, but I think it's literally no race cars and it has to be under 400 horsepower, and that is literally it. Whatever it is, I'm probably going to be upgrading from a lower class for sure. An SC430 sounds like a extremely stupid idea that I might just do, actually. All right, you know what? We're going with, what was my choice? SC430. I don't know if I've ever actually used the Lexus SC430 in this game. I think I've only ever used the Soarer that it gives you as a prize for, I think, being like level 5 in American region or something. Oh my god, the gold is hilarious. The purple is also really good, but I kind of want the gold. And there's where we're starting. We do start out with 300 horsepower, so I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room for power, but I think with tires and weight reduction, we should be pretty good. So let's go ahead, purchase that for 31K, and start the upgrading process. Hopefully this will work. I guess we'll see. Okay, so I can't do anything besides these 3. Of course, I have to go for a professional intake and exhaust. Like, that's just how it works. And let's see. So what can I get up to? 354. Wait, doesn't this work perfectly? Hold on. What? Isn't that... Wait, hold on. That adds 31 horsepower. How much does this one add? 39. That would be 70? Oh, yeah, I guess that does check out with math. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do this, and I guess do this because that is pretty much my only option, because everything else is fully upgraded. So we'll get the Club Sport engine tuning, bring us up to the top of B class, which isn't too bad. Especially considering that's the same amount of power as the Mustang Cobra R has, and it's in B1 class. What the hell? This car has body kits? I guess it makes sense, because all the Tom's stuff. I didn't realize this car had body kits in this game. Let's go for this spoiler. Phoenix's power. I guess we're going the reverse way, because why not? We have Walled, Tom's, and Phoenix's power for everything. Well, I guess I can keep the theme of Phoenix's power going, for now at least. We have a slightly lower rear bumper from Walled, and then whatever that one is from Phoenix's power, sure, we'll take that. And for the front bumper... Alright. I mean, I kind of like this one. And by like it, I mean, I think it looks ugly, but it's fun. Yeah, we'll just go with the Phoenix's power kit all the way around. Why not? And... did I change the wheels? Nah. Alright, let's see what we can do in here specifically. So I can do professional weight reduction, which does remove 650 pounds. Or I could do racing slicks. Or I could do a mixture of both, which is probably actually what I'll do. But I feel like wider rear tires is useful. So we're going to get DOT spec tires, because those go from 245 to 275. And then I can almost do all the weight reduction. But we will do Club Sport weight reduction, removing 269 pounds. Still a pretty heavy car, but not too bad. And of course we cannot do racing slicks. And we will at least get a modern amount of these upgrades as well. I feel like I should probably get actually professional clutch and transmission. I feel like that's important. And brakes and suspension, I guess. Yeah, we'll get that. For some reason, it kind of lowers the acceleration. And there we go. That will be our Lexus SC430 to use in this event. I don't know how this is going to go. This is completely out there compared to like what I mostly do. I will change the setup a little bit because I do want to do lower tire pressure, of course. We'll do maybe lowest, like lower on the rear than the front. The gears are probably fine. Still just a 5-speed, of course. Of course, gotta lower the car all the way. You know, that's just how it works. And then finally, braking, we will make the front, we'll do 47, and we'll do 105% force. And that should theoretically work. And now that I'm thinking about it, let's do a benchmark. I haven't done one of these in a while. 5.2 seconds from 0 to 60, top speed of 168. Lateral G's is almost 1. That's actually pretty good. I would assume that's because of the tires, maybe? Not bad, I guess. Buy upgrades. What I can do is we're going to put that back down to stock, but then also get the highest... Oh, I can't actually get the highest level of that. I can with no exhaust though, which kind of sucks, but I might need to just do it. So we're gonna buy that, and that'll get me up to 399 horsepower. And I guess I'll sell all these parts that I'm not using. And I can actually go up a little bit higher, but I don't think... Yeah, everything else, both of these put me up to A1 class, so... Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. We now have 399 horsepower, so hopefully that'll help me. I have 14 more horsepower. And I think that the front bumper might be able to be tuned. And I should probably also make my gear shorter. Alright, we need to fix the car. So what we're going to do is put the tire pressure all the way down for both the front and the back. We're going to make the gears overall maybe like 3.45s. Then I don't have any aero. Okay, maybe I'll actually put the front brake pressure just ever so slightly higher. And I will also... I don't know where I should put this. We'll put it there, I guess. I really don't want to put different aero on this car. I'm trying to avoid that. Let's give a different car a try. Why not? Use another MR2. Fuck it, we ball, I guess. We get to do the whole upgrading process again. I might simplify... I don't know how I'm going to edit this, actually. You know, let's go for a big-ass turbo. Professional turbo. And, of course, professional intake and exhaust. Okay, this car is going to be really high class. Okay, I can't do any of this. That makes sense. Sure, we'll do suspension, brakes, transmission, clutch and flywheel. Probably don't need weight reduction. Tires don't change size at all. That's fair, I suppose. We can go for DOT spec tires. And I guess we can see if we can add more power real quick. Nope, not that. Nope. Yes, we can. We can add 23 horsepower there, and 23 horsepower there. Which one's cheaper? They're the same price. Okay, let's go for clutch sport fuel and ignition. And now we'll try this. There's our border, or VIS MR2. Alright, we will put the front tire pressure down and put the rear way down. Actually, we'll put the front way down. Maybe a little bit longer gears could help. Of course, do this again. And for braking, we'll do 47, 105. And differential, up to 55. I don't think this car has... Wait, did I see aero? Okay, yeah, it does not have any downforce tuning. Good to know. And now that you're done watching that, let's have a look at my stats. 1,305 miles driven, 15 hours of driving time, 42.9% done with the career. Winning percentage is back down to 88.5%. I think I was above 90 for a little bit there. And for Xbox Live stats, there's all of those. I think I went up one position on Hot Lap rank from, I think it was 38th last time, and now it's 37th. Anyways, that will conclude this video. Thank you all so very much for watching. And I will see you in the next one, where we do our last level 20 event in the entire game. I guess we're gonna look at the 2000 GT, because I accidentally hit the left trigger. Thanks for watching.